This screencast is brought to you by EnhancingTeaching.com. The topic that we are talking about today is one of the features of the social bookmarking tool Diigo. The specific feature in question is Diigo Groups. Whether you are starting as an undergraduate or postgraduate, you can sometimes feel quite isolated, not knowing where to start, and be quite daunted by the task ahead of you. But two things I will say to you. First of all, you're not the only one. There are many people in your shoes, or who were in your shoes last year, or 2 years ago, or 10 years ago, so don't panic, you will get through it. The second thing is, proper use of the internet can save you a serious amount of time and energy. There are several tutorials contained in EnhancingTeaching.com explaining how to effectively use the likes of Google for searching for information. But the purpose of this tutorial is to highlight a free web tool called Diigo, and specifically one feature of this tool referred to as Diigo Groups. Diigo Groups allow users to harness information from your peers and colleagues, information that they have found on the internet that may be relevant to you. So essentially, Diigo Groups allows you to benefit from all of their hard work. Let's go through an example. The first step is searching. Typically the first port of call is the internet when it comes to finding information, whether they're searching for papers or books or websites, it doesn't matter. But as you well know, you can spend hours searching on the net and find nothing, or spend a few minutes and find exactly what you want. Another tutorial will show you how to search through Diigo that your colleagues or peers may have found interesting, but let's assume for the purpose of this demonstration that you want to find what you are interested in yourself, potentially through a search in Google. So how does that work? You find a site and use a Diigo tag to tag the site. Now a tag, as you know, is a word or a phrase that will help you find it later. Tags like authors' names, if it's a paper, or subject keywords, or indeed entire phrases can be used. You can even add a description or the article abstract if it is from a journal or a paper. The more information you put in, the better. You can stop here if you want and repeat the process as many times as you like, finding different sites, allowing you to build up your library of easy retrievable web links for your research. However, if you feel you'd like to share this newfound resource, i.e. the website of interest, there's one additional step. Through the Diigo toolbar on the site, you can add it to your group. You can have as many groups as you like, and people can be members of several groups at one time. The freedom of how you construct your groups is 100% up to you. You can create a group, and depending on permissions, you can join somebody else's group. Once you add the link to your group, all of the group members are notified with an email containing a link and the tags and description that you originally posted. As a group user, you can set how often you receive these emails, whether it's daily, weekly or monthly and so on. So don't worry about being plagued by emails. By using this free web tool, you can quickly build up a community of practice. Groups can be private or public. You can restrict access to your group by invitation only, or you can leave it open for the public to join if they wish. The huge benefit of these communities is that you can easily find resources that other group members have found relevant. The internet is great, containing a vast array of resources, but finding the right one can be difficult, and Diigo just makes it easier. To illustrate, I'll give you a quick example. Here is my Diigo homepage. And when you log on, you have across your toolbar, you have Library, Network, Groups, Community, and indeed a search bar on the right hand side. You will notice that I have a teacher console, and this is something that's free to all teachers, and details are found on Diigo's website as to how to avail of this feature. Everything else is quite standard and available to anybody that just signs up for this free service on Diigo.com. On the website, you will see the links that I have bookmarked recently. Here, 21st of August, Faculty of LMS. Here's a little description as to what about and tags that it's relevant to. 20th of August, Moodle tutorials, and indeed also on the 20th of August I bookmarked another site to do an assessment. It won't matter how many tags you use, 1, 2, 3 or even 33. It's also worth noting that Diigo is connected to my Twitter account, so when I favourite a tweet that contains a web link, it's automatically added to my Diigo bookmarks. You'll see that since joining Diigo, I have bookmarked nearly 1900 websites. So it's important to give as many tags as you can on a particular site to help you find them at a later stage. Okay, so let's click on groups and see what happens from there. So if we click on groups, I'm a member of 6 groups. I'm an administrator on 3 of those 6. And let's click on one of those groups. As a group administrator, you will have a set of tools available to you that's not available to the normal group member. It gives you the option to invite people to join this group, change the alert settings, change the widgets associated with the group, manage members in total, and indeed change the group settings. When it comes to inviting members, you have 3 options open to you. They're self-explanatory, but essentially you can set it through students' accounts. You can set them up and have accounts set up for your entire class, or indeed you can add existing students you've set up on a previous basis, or just invite people through their email addresses. To the group settings, again it's self-explanatory. List there a series of tick boxes. Who can view the site? Is it public or is it private? Is it available on the search? Can you join it? And can you invite new members? Who can invite new members? So that's a very quick tutorial on Diigo groups, and to show you how they can be used in an education setting. The real beauty for me is the aspect of using free Web2 tools to learn from others and to share with others, ideally making everybody's life an awful lot easier through technology. It's a way to harness the expertise through the web, and you can have a group for each class, a group for staff members. You can even encourage first years to learn from more senior students by setting up groups for a subject area as opposed to a group class. The choice is 100% up to you. For more information on Diigo and indeed other Web2 tools related to education, please visit my blog on enhancingteaching.com.